people. Today we're doing a set I'm calling Mossy Riverbank. It's not totally a summer set. I think it kind of would go more for fall, but I just had this idea, so I wanted to get it out. Okay, we're going to start off with some long coffin tips, and we're going to go in with Modelones nude, which I still have to say, so far this is the only nude color that I've ever liked. The rest of them always seem to be too orange or too pink. So I like this one. Surprisingly, because I don't usually like the nudes. Okay, going in here. Okay, we're almost done with this, then I will cure it, and then we'll go on to the second coat. For those that are wondering about my cat, we took him to the vet. They never really did figure out what was wrong with him, but $1,200 later, he's back home. He's on the mend. He's not up to full speed yet, but he is acting more like himself now. So he wasn't blocked like I thought he was. We don't know. We cannot figure out what it was. Whether he got a hold of something he shouldn't have eaten, or maybe he got bit by something. Although he doesn't go outside, so whatever it would have been would have had to been in the house, which is a scary thought. Okay, but anyway, he's doing better. Thank you guys for asking about him. Okay, going in now with some matte top over these. Here's a shocker for you guys. You know the ripple set that I just did last time? My mother actually loved those and wants me to make her some. I nearly fell out of my seat because first of all they're green and blue, and she never wears anything other than pink, red, or nudie color. I nearly fell over when she asked for those. Okay, we're going to be doing Beetles. These cat eyes are from the Fairy Prism collection. These are 3 out of the 6 colors that come in there. There's a pinky red one besides these, and hold on, I'm gonna look and see because I have some of them sitting right here. If I could get this open again. There's a purple one, a pinky red one. Well, it's pink, and then there's a red. So those 3 colors I haven't even yet. Rest assured, I'm sure that purple one will be making its debut at some point. Even though I promised you guys no more purple for a while, so maybe when we get to fall, because they're more kind of almost jewel tone colors to them. Anyway, now we're going in with the first one, which was this green, and we're just having a very irregular, rough line, not line, but bit of this, and then we're going to activate it. Now, I had a little problems with this first one. It activated fine with just one pass of the magnet, but with my lighting, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the cat eye shine, so I had to keep. I was thinking it wasn't doing anything, but it actually was. So you're gonna see me messing around with this first one for a good while because I couldn't see it. But eventually I'll be happy with it. It will go into the lamp to cure. We're curing these one by one as we go along. I'm going to be doing them in an assembly line fashion. As soon as this one I'm happy with, it's going to go in the lamp, and then I will go move on to the next one. I lost it on that one, so now I've got to smooth it out again. And you want to cure these. When you're happy with it, get it in there curing, because if you let them sit too long, as I've said before, the particles will drop down to the bottom, and then you'll lose your cat eye effect, and you'll have to reactivate them. All right, obviously you can see I've now sped this up. So we're going to do the rest of these. You're going to see me do them much more quickly. And when these finished ones, they look way better in person than they're gonna look on camera because the cat eye did not pick up very well on a lot of these pictures. And well, definitely in the picture, the finished set, it doesn't pick up. And I mean, you guys are seeing it a little bit here as I'm doing it, but lost my whole train of thought. Oh, it just didn't show on camera, but so they do look really nice when they're done. Now, as you see, I've added a little dollop of the color to my palette so that I can add more to it and kind of flesh it out more with the with the cat eye gel. Okay, we're moving on now to the teal. This is, I know that looks blue, but it's teal. It's a teal color. We're going to do the exact same thing with this one. We're just, when we're putting it on, make sure you get it butted up against the green one because we don't want any gaps in between showing through. And then we're just going to do the same thing we just did with the green. Activate them, get them in the lamp. As I'm putting one in the lamp, there's already some in there from the green row still. So as I put one, I take one out, put one in, and I'm keeping them in an order so that I don't mess up my sizing, which ones are which, where they're supposed to be in the lineup. So we just rotate them in and out of there. See, you're seeing this on camera. This is showing the cat eye part as I'm doing it pretty well. Physically, when I was actually doing this, I was not seeing it hardly at all. So it was kind of disappointing. I didn't think it was showing up very well until I got done, and then I looked at them not with the light directly shining on them, but kind of off to the side, and then they did look pretty cool. Excuse me. Let me think. Other than that, I don't think I have much to tell you other than that. And moving on to the blue now, and this one is blue blue. And we're going to do the same exact thing as we're going to fill out the rest of whatever is left over here on the side edge so that we're covering over all of the base color. And moving on. Obviously, this is sped up. Next week's set, we'll be doing my own nails again already. I swear, it feels like I just did them. But being that it's June and Pride Month, I will be doing some sort of a rainbow set. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet. And I may run one more set of rainbow nails after my own because I have an idea for a cat eye rainbow that I want to try. And I don't want to do it on my nails because I've got a different plan for that. Okay, moving on. They're all cured up. Now we've got this gold drawing gel from Born Pretty. You guys have seen me use the silver one. Well, this is the gold version. We're just going to do a nice line along the edge of the green and the base color. Just to kind of give it a finished off look. Now you could also do this with isolated chrome. but then you run the risk of it sticking to the cat eye portion. And if you mat that cat eye and then top coat it again, you don't always get back the full cat eye shine. Sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. So figured this would be easier to deal with. Now I've gone down over the line from top to bottom and then I'm going back over it from bottom to top. That just kind of evens it out for me. Okay, and there we have it. And we'll do the rest of them. The rest of them I'm going to speed up because it's going to be the exact same thing. And then I will cure the whole rack at one time. Originally I was going to use silver for this, but then I thought, you know what? I think gold would look better. And also I ended up deciding to do some embellishments, which I needed things to be gold for that. And I am very proud of myself, you guys. When I did embellishments on here, I only did it on 2 nails, just very minimal. I was so proud that I was able to restrain myself because I really wanted to put crystals on every nail. You know how I am with my embellishments. But I was good. I did not do it, despite the fact that I really wanted to. And I think they turned out pretty nice with just on the two. They just looked a little too plain for me with half of the nail just being plain like that. I can't live with it when it's like that. I gotta put something there. And that's the reason that my nails always come out with so much stuff on them because I have so many ideas and so many things I want to do on there. I need to subscribe to the less is more book here. One good thing about this design also is if you have a shaky hand, no problem. Since we wanted kind of a rough, irregular area, I did briefly toy with the idea of doing some kind of gold uh, design coming off of either end and kind of wrapping around, like a wrapping around that top part of the nail, the cuticle edge. Okay, those are ready to cure. And in they're going to go. Okay, back for embellishments. We've got our gem glue. We're going to use these two half pearls. There's one blue, one green, because that's all I had. With a little gold rim. We've got gold caviar beads, some pale green crystals, and those kind of yellowy color shifting ones up there. So we're just going to do a really small, uh, kind of a sort of a cuff, I guess, but in the corner up here on the thumb and the middle finger. The rest I left alone. It was hard for me to do, but I did it. That one up there gave me the worst time to get it to slip over. And I like to lay my crystals out like that if I'm going to be doing something where they're mixed in there. And I want to make sure I end up with two that are the same size because I have done in the past thinking I had two the same size and glued them on and then realized one of them was not the same size and it didn't look nice. So I will get back in shot here in a second, guys. I'm just adding a little bit more glue. And then we're going to go in with a couple of these pale greens right at the end of the row. If I can flip it over and then pick it up. My wax on my picker-upper thing has gotten like really hard. I think it just dried out. Doesn't want to work very well anymore. Might have to break down and get some new heads for it. Okay, we're going to get those where we want them, and then we're going to go in with caviar beads. In between all of the crystals and whatnot else, and then one at the end of uh, each end. I just like the caviar beads on these things because it gives it more of a finished look, I think. Kind of pulls it together, fills in some of the little crevices and whatnot that are there. I think we need more glue. I added more glue. That part got cut out in the edit. Oh, speaking of edits, I had the worst time with my edit yesterday. I don't know what was going on, but I'd push a button on the keyboard and all of a sudden it would do some crazy weird shit to my video. I was like, I don't know what is happening. I've never had that do that like that. So I had to keep putting them, figuring out where I was in the video because it kept moving where I was working on. It kept moving for lack of a better word, my cursor to different parts of the video. Some parts that I'd already edited, other parts I hadn't gotten to. So it was just jumping around crazily, and I don't know why. So it really made the edit difficult. Okay, there we go with those. I'm happy with that, and that's going into cure. Now this one on the middle finger I've sped up, but there's not much to, it's the same exact thing we just did. Sorry about my arm. I really try to edit all those arm things out, but obviously I missed one. Oh, and another one. More glue is needed. I'm also pretty proud of the fact that I can now put crystals on most of the time without making a big gluey mess like I used to have. So that saves me from having to add another layer of top coat to clean it up. Although sometimes I still do anyway just because it helps to hold the stuff on better. And if you just get your caviar beads in there in the vicinity of where you want them, we can move all that stuff around and get it finalized. Okay, now we're going to get these guys all where we want them. Make sure that everything is where I want it to be, and in it goes to cure. Last step, we're going to top coat with our glossy top coat over just the water portion of this, just the cat eye portion. And that's it. After that, we're done. Just get the water stuff and the gold edge, but try not to slop any on the matte part of the base color. And we almost done. After this video is done and I get it uploaded, I'm gonna go bust out that set of nails for my mom. Shouldn't take very long. There's one thing that's nice when you redo a set that you've already done. It goes much quicker. Okay, those have cured, they're back out, and there we are. There's the finished set. I think they turned out kind of cool. It's kind of different for me. Not my style, but I think somebody would really like them. Anyway, if you like them, please give me a like. I'd appreciate it. And I upload new tutorials every Saturday. So next week it will be some sort of rainbow for Pride Month for my own nails. And that's it. See you guys next time. Bye bye.